So welcome back to Burn and Barrel, and today we are going to be doing another review. This is a bottle that is, interestingly enough, not one I've heard a lot talked about. I've only barely heard of it before I'd gotten it, and that was just because my dad had mentioned it before, and then I'd heard it maybe once or twice somewhere else, maybe, but not a ton of like buzz, or really, I wouldn't even consider this like a mainstream like kind of bottle, you know. So this one in particular, if you've never heard of it, or if you've never even seen it, anything like that, is called Silver Springs Sweet Rye. And so this is, of course, a rye whiskey. And as you can see on the front here at the bottom, you can see the mash bill. Let's zoom in that for you. There you go. So you can see it's 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and then 15% corn. So it's got a good mash bill, I would say. Definitely a higher malted barley content than like a 95.5 would have, or anything like that. But it's still got some of that corn influence too, just to make it an interesting, like I said, something not just bland or standard or anything like that. It's kind of got a little bit of character to it. But yeah, so this is called Silver Springs Sweet Rye, and the distiller is somewhere in Kentucky. It is distilled in Kentucky, and it doesn't actually say here on the back who the distiller is. But when I got this bottle, I was in Rome, Georgia, and I went to Rome Liquors. So shout out them. They have a lot of great bottles. Not sponsored or anything by them, but if you do want to go check them out, they have a great store, and you can try a lot of their picks. You can try like almost any of their picks for free, and any other bottles they may have, they'll let you try. And then you can just sit there and have a conversation with them. And I talked to the main guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, because I was there actually around like 9 or so at night, and I was on the way home from a friend's house. And I stopped by because I wanted to get something before I left the area. Ended up staying a little bit longer than I thought, and had a great conversation about all sorts of bottles and things like that. I got to try a few good ones, but I ended up trying this one. I'd already bought it because I knew it was going to be good, and I had tried to sample it already, but I tried it again while I was there. It was still just as good. And the guy was telling me there that this is actually New Riff. So this is a New Riff juice in this bottle. Now, is that information available online? Probably. You could probably look that up and find that. I just found this guy who told me that, so I was like, you know what? That's really cool. That makes a lot of sense too. So, yeah, it is a New Riff bottle juice. So, some interesting facts about this. This is bottled in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Obviously, the juice is from New Riff. This is a sweet rye. So, this is also bottled at cask strength. And it's got some notes here on the back, which, you know, we're going to give our own notes here in a minute. But, bottle design is very simple. Like I said, it's just this back label to explain a little bit of like the history. Little short story, and then, like I said, nothing on the side except this label on the front, and then the side label, which this side label is, I think it's just interesting. I like just the simplicity of it. It has the bottled by date and the cask number. It's also got the distilled date, and it's also got your proof too. So as you can see, it was a 119 proof. Like I said, it was barrel strength, 8 years, so that's interesting. And the best part, I think, about this bottle, before I get to really do a deep review, because like I said, I've had a sample of this, and it was good, but in my opinion, a sample can only get you so far. It can get you in the door, but not all the way through the door. I think it'll let you know if you're going to like it or not, but then I think an actual sit down and enjoy a full pour of it really gets you to fully appreciate what the bottle offers. So I knew I was going to like this, and I say that to say this is a $40 bottle. A $40 bottle, 8-year New Riff juice is just something unheard of. and I really do, really do like this prospect. Like, I really like that price point for what I'm gonna get. I'm hoping as I taste this full pour, I'll be able to appreciate that even more, and it becomes even more of a steal. Because I talked to the guy at Rome, and he said this is one of the bottles that he cannot believe it's that cheap for what you get, and it's just a really good experience from what I've heard. So we're gonna test that out today and get my own take on this experience. Like I said, I've had a sample of it, but it was a small taste compared to what I'm gonna get here. So after all that talking, let's just go ahead and get into the review. So color on this is super dark, and for 8 year, makes a little bit more sense just because it is aged for 8 years in Kentucky. So it's gonna have a little bit of that darker color to it. Really nice kind of vibrant tone. Obviously here in the light, you can see a little bit better as well, but it's still dark even under the lamplight. And it's almost got like a reddish hue to it now that I'm looking at it. Almost like there's a little bit of red food coloring in it or something like that. It's really, really interesting to me of how vibrant and different really this color is. So I'm super excited about that, and it's obviously not finished or anything, but it just, to me, at least for me right now, it's got like sort of a slight or like a reddish hue, a little more red than a typical some whiskey juice would be. But that could just be me, but I think it does, and it definitely is a little darker. So we'll see how that translates. So let's just go right into this nose. Oh man, there's just sweetness all over this thing. Which, I mean, it says it's a sweet mash rye, so that means they take a little bit of the previous mash and put it in the new mash, and just keep repeating that process over and over instead of a sour mash, which I believe is not doing that, or I may have it backwards. Either way, one of them is where you take a little bit of the previous mash, put it in there, and then the other is you don't do that. So one's a sweet, one's a sour. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's escaping me right now. This is the sweet mash version. So they say typically it gets a sweeter kind of a more consistent flavor to it, considering you're taking previous mash, I believe. But you know that I'm not a master distiller. I am not that deep into it. I researched into it, but I don't know that much about it. But anyways, I digress. Back to what I was saying. Definitely get some sweetness. I'm getting some kind of candied oranges, very like Fanta-y type, like almost like an orange soda Fanta. A little bit of that, a little bit of a little bit of candied orange with a little bit of lemon too, just kind of citrusy all over it. Super nice. Definitely's got that confectionery, like candy type sweetness to it. Nothing like, I'm not getting anything super dark, like nothing like molasses or anything like that, or brown sugar. It's definitely lighter in terms of that sweetness, but it is sweet. I will go with that. It is sweet. Maybe a little bit, like a little bit of a slight smoky note in there. And it just smells fresh. Like, I don't know the best way to describe it. It just smells fresh. I don't know how, but it just does. Like, it's just bright. It's nice and bright in terms of like the flavors. It's not weak. It's just a vibrant type of nose here, and I really, really like it. Yeah, this is a good nose. I'm very intrigued by it. Like I said, getting a pour of it, like I got like this much out of when I tried the first time, so I wasn't able to appreciate this as much, nor was I able to really get the taste that I'm about to get. So let's just get right into that. Whoo! Oh man, now that is fantastic. That is such a well-balanced pour. I just immediately off the first taste, I knew I was getting something good. I mean, oh yeah. Like, that is incredible. there's just a lot that I have to digest there. Hold on. So off rip, immediately, I get that citrusy component. But I also get a little bit of that chocolate. Like it almost has a little chocolatey taste in there from that malted barley, which is super nice. I really enjoy that. And it's like it's a semi-sweet chocolate. Nothing dark, nothing super milk chocolatey, but it's definitely kind of in that middle ground area. So a little bit, like I said, orangey citrus, really just mainly that orange, that chocolate in there, that semi-sweet chocolate. I mean, it just keeps going too. Like then there's like a more of a baking spice in there. I mean, there's honestly so much going on in this that I can't really note a lot past the beginning because they just start layering over each other that it's just hard. But this stuff is awesome. I thoroughly enjoy this bottle. Man, that is really good. Really, really good. I mean, the smell is great. The taste is just, like I said, chocolatey, orangey. And then past that, it's just layers and layers of good stuff. Like, again, it's just hard to note it because there's so much going on. And it's just all good. I mean, I love it. The finish, it kind of brings that complexity back down to earth a little bit with a little bit of a simpler finish in terms of compared at least to the palate. Yeah, I mean on the finish I definitely get a little bit of that, a little bit of char, a little bit of oak. I definitely still get I get a little bit of a caramel note coming in at the end, and not something I kind of really got on the palate nor the nose, but like a charred caramel oak type finish to me. Really, really good. I'm still just in awe of how good this is. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm actually, it's maybe a little bold, but I think this is probably one of my favorite ryes that I've had in recent memories, just because of how complex and how much there is going on. You could sit on this for a while and still find things, I think. Is this a steal for 40 bucks? Absolutely. If you can find this for 40 bucks, please do so. If you heard that, that's my mini fridge, so I hope that's not too loud. But anyways, yeah, this stuff is absolutely delicious. And if you can find a bottle of this, I would absolutely recommend it. I'm going to give this an 8, probably a 9. I'm going to go ahead and go with a 9. Like, this stuff is awesome. I love it. It is just delicious. There's a lot of good stuff going on. I can't not enjoy this, and I'm going to be enjoying sipping the rest of this for the rest of this afternoon or for the next hour, however long it takes me. So, but yeah. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Like I said, fantastic stuff, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the new setup. I'm trying a different lighting situation here. Trying the overhead light in this one along with the lamp light, see if that changed anything, and I'll take a look at them as I watch back and they get posted, and we'll adjust in the future as I kind of figured all this out with the setup. So, but yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this. There's a couple videos on the screen if you want to check those out. There's a couple reviews I've done on the channel. And as always, there's a summarized version of this review down in the description below, so if you want to check that out. And yeah, I think that's all I have for today. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time here on Burn and Barrel.